Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's get it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go, 14.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're going for it with the option right. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Forced out to his left. Airing it out deep and he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Trying to get it to Woods. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
13.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. On play action, it's Dobbs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day at camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff for Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right, and an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
95.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Jake Ryan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw is Dobbs. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ohio!
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, as time expires in the first half. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And his kick is no good. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Ohio! Ohio! Hut! Hut!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 36. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 1st down, Wilson. It's caught left side by Cooks. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 89 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. They still can't get it. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run here with John Kelly. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go! What?
Here's Dobbs to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Let's go! Red 38!
Throwing here, Dobbs. Flushed out right. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back now here in Santa Clara. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down. Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On the handoff, it's Gurley. There he goes again. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Gurley. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Here's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
This will be taken very short. And an alley to run.
After return to midfield. Or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
Ohio!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Looking for Woods that time. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Play action. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. This will be taken short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for San Francisco, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Come here, sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again.